Yo, yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to Trippy Commentaries. I'm your host, RJ. Thanks for joining up as we look at the top 5 unsolved mysteries in Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar recently announced that there will be no new single-player expansions for the game. So they're not going to complete San Andreas, no Las Venturas or San Fierro, and they're not going to bring Liberty City from Grand Theft Auto 4, as I know many of you have hoped. That is definitely a bummer, but there's still so many secrets to find. We just pointed out a new Easter egg the other day, so you never know what mysteries are going to go solved. And there's a lot of them, guys. So we'll look at the top 5. Thanks again for joining up. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Hit me up anytime on Twitter at TrippyComs if you guys have an Easter egg that you want us to show off here at the channel. Man, I take so much pride in showing off all kinds of secrets. Grand Theft Auto 5 definitely has more than any other, and it's crazy thinking that there's still some mysteries to solve, and I know some may think that they'll never go solved. The fact that there's going to be no single-player expansion, I was kind of speculating that it was going to be an alien war. I guess that's not going to happen. Hopefully there's something else for us to find, guys. With that said, let's get into the episode. Thanks again. Let's get trippy, my friends. Kicking off the top 5 is the mysterious hidden spiderwebs on Mount Chiliad. There's 2 of them, and for some reason they both appear at 1 a.m. and stay around for exactly 1 in-game hour. The first one is right here underneath the gondola hut on top of Mount Chiliad, but you can't see it yet, right? It's 1 a.m., but you actually have to look away, and then it will appear out of nowhere. So to this day, nobody really has a good theory about these things. Why did Rockstar put this here? You know, on top of Mount Chiliad, the other one's right there on the fringe of Chiliad, letting us know it is associated with the mountain. But spiderwebs, what could it mean? Here's the location of the second web, coming in for a landing. It's a pretty good hiding spot. You can tell how it's pretty hard to find unless you know exactly what time it's going to be there. And that's the biggest thing that I take out of the spiderwebs, is how they're so time sensitive. It's 1 o'clock, do the 360, and there it is. It's also a different shape than the other web. I don't know, guys. I wish I had a clue to what the spiderwebs was pointing us towards. I guess now that we have the spiderwebs, the only thing that we're missing is the actual spider. We have Bigfoot. Maybe there's some sort of mythological spider creature, the Queen Spider, hiding somewhere beneath Mount Chiliad. Number 4 is the Epsilon. You can have Michael join up with this secretive organization, and it all leads to a final choice. You can either deliver the apocalypse funds for them, or you can just have him steal it and keep the millions of dollars for himself. The weird thing is, though, that if you give them the apocalypse funds, it doesn't eventually lead to a natural disaster or really any big Easter egg. Instead, they just reward you with a random tractor. So you would think that if you steal the money, which that's of course what I did, you would think that they would be pissed at you. But instead, you have Marnie still giving you messages telling you to find the secret Epsilon tracks. Once you do that, it unlocks the Epsilon Bible, and that's one big mystery in itself as well. So the Epsilon started in past Grand Theft Auto games. You can tell that it's really even bigger here in GTA 5, especially because Rockstar never tells you about these missions. The game doesn't really give you a hint to do the secret Epsilon missions, guys. You got to figure it out for yourself and eventually unlock the tractor. Who knows what this is all about? Number 3 is the cave right below the Altruist camp. Right now, if you look on top of the ridge, they're running and jumping around up there. I've never seen them do that before. You see that? That's kind of strange. I mean, there's a lot that can be said about the Altruist camp itself. Those guys are crazy. They have an internet website that is made completely in Morse code. But I am looking at the cave, guys. Some of these messages, of course, can be found in the camp. But I think there's a lot of symbology here. You have the fire, the skull. After doing some research, I think that this cave is a reference to Mount Shasta. That's the real-life Mount Chiliad. That place has caves just like this that people believe are some sort of sacred portal that leads inside of the mountain into like an alien city or something like that. It sounds crazy and it's very hard to explain, but considering Rockstar represented that right here in Grand Theft Auto 5, I always expected it to maybe open up and lead to a tunnel system, much like we see on the Chiliad mystery mural. So to this day, like many things here in GTA 5, it definitely goes unsolved. Number 2 is Omega. So this is the last time we see him. You have to deliver the final piece, which is the 50th spaceship part. Not cool to go around and collect all these very well hidden spaceship parts to only unlock this vehicle here, the Space Docker, which seems to be completely useless, even though that is a massive unsolved mystery in itself as well. So Omega shows off the mini UFO. Wish you would give us this instead. This actually looks pretty good. And then goes away forever. He says the final infamous lines, "I'll see you on the other side, brother." So people have wondered, what does that mean? Is he going to another dimension? Is there actually a way for us to find him? To this day, no, we've never seen him since then, despite many rumors, even people saying that they've seen him get abducted. Speaking of him getting abducted, that seems to be a very similar story to Michael's abduction. Keep in mind that Omega deals with Franklin. I kind of wish that Michael and Omega had a cutscene together, because maybe they could discuss what happened when they got abducted. I feel like maybe that's when they got enlightened. Perhaps the aliens gave them some sort of information, because Michael never really talks about that. He kind of keeps it to himself. Omega also told us that he was abducted and then escaped. So, you know, he definitely knows something, and considering he tells us that he'll see us on the other side and we never see him again, there's definitely something there and probably a mystery to solve. I do have a couple honorable mentions before we get to the number 1. What is up with this protected facility located not too far away from the Humane Labs? We've snuck into the Humane Labs, so we know they're up to no good. But what are these guys watching? What's inside there? Let us know. You also have the dino located not too far down the road here. There's some tracks that lead up to that dinosaur, so some people tell me that the dino might come alive. I doubt it, but hey, they do have the tracks there. Let us in. Let's get to the number 1 unsolved mystery in Grand Theft Auto 5, guys. What could it possibly be? Of course it is found on the top of Mount Chiliad. But it is not the Chiliad mural. It's actually something within the mural, and that is the Jetpack. We've found an alien egg. We've seen plenty of UFOs. But until somebody tells me what the hell this Jetpack is doing on the mural, then it of course will always go unsolved. But it's not just this Jetpack that's referenced in the game. So there's a look at the hidden Jetpack symbol located at the Altruist camp on their sacrificial stone. The reason why I'm showing you this is because here you can see the baseball bat. I'm going to change it over to GTA 5 in director mode. Unfortunately, the baseball bat is not there, but we can change up the time on the fly, and you can see the shadow form. It goes from absolutely nothing to forming the Jetpack symbol, and that shows you how genius Rockstar is. This is how far they went to hide hidden symbols, guys. You really have to have the right perspective, the right time, all of that, just to solve the mystery. The Jetpack mystery is definitely the biggest mystery in any video game to date, but I think they'll top it when Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out later next year. Stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries. We have some more epic videos on the way, and continue the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about the biggest mysteries in the game. I have a feeling there's a lot more that you are thinking of yourselves, so hit me up anytime on Twitter at TrippyComs. But like I said, guys, watch out for some epic videos coming here at Trippy Commentaries, and as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.